going on, everybody?
What up? What up?
So we are definitely reaching. We're over 20 episodes now, which is crazy. And I came to the realization that we don't introduce ourselves in the beginning of these videos.
Ever.
At all.
Ever. Even with the New Year's one, like talking about vision and everything.
Not at all. Not at all. So, to start it out, I'm Eric, and this is the lovely Julie, and you are about to enter into another episode of Monday Motivation Chats. Hey! So how's everybody doing? I know a lot of people had no work today. Kids didn't have school. It was Valentine's weekend, so a lot of people were celebrating that. So hope everybody is starting off their week off right. Mm-hmm. Positive, yeah. One thing I was thinking about just a little bit ago was the fact that it was Valentine's Day, and some people feel like, I don't know, you're supposed to have a Valentine, or if you don't have like a Valentine, that, I don't know, maybe people feel like not good. But like, what about loving yourself? Like, what about being your own Valentine? What about whining and dining yourself? Mm-hmm. What about self-care? And also, what about other types of love that is outside of intimate love, mm-hmm. right? What about best friends or family? And so for those who may have felt any kind of way about not having an intimate Valentine, I hope you shift your perspective of what kind of love do you have around you, and what kind of love do you have and are you showing to yourself. True story. Mm-hmm. True story. Recap from last week. Yeah, so last week we had Charlie Ello. He made us think about things in an artistic sense. He is an artist in a lot of ways that art can be represented. And he is a big proponent of art within the Latin community, mm-hmm. Which is amazing. And the art collective that he's a part of in regards to that. He shared some of his poetry, which was so dope. And so if y'all didn't see last week's replay, y'all better check it out. Why'd your voice just get so? Yeah, hey. So he had done did this. Your voice has got so. Maybe I was just thinking about like when he was doing the poetry, like I was getting in it, yeah. And then that brings us into tonight's guest, because I'm hype. Okay. Meeks. Hey. She got like new singles popping out. If y'all haven't checked out her page, like she's looking fly. Like I'm so excited to hear her journey, her story as an artist, as a person. And first time ever, Ito kind of like eased it in for us, right? Little, like he did his little poetry drawing, and that was dope. So now tonight we're gonna have a whole performance tonight at the end. It ain't gonna be like Saturday Night Live. Like it's not gonna be like bands and everything like that and everything. But we're gonna do a little. Yes, I'm so excited. Like we don't know what to expect. That's surprise for us, exactly. We're excited. Definitely. So let's go ahead and bring Meeks in. I think I pressed the button. Yes, I'm so excited. Hey. How are you? How's it going?
And I'm living the dream. I cannot complain.
Yes. That's what we like to hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right into it. Introduce yourself.
Well, I am Meeks. I am a pop singer and songwriter from Philadelphia. Quick fun fact is that I'm a twin. So I have a fraternal twin who to me looks just like me, but technically she doesn't. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Is she into the arts as well, into music?
She sort of like she loves theater, theater music and like Hamilton, she goes crazy about, but not like making the music the same way that I do. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're kind of like night and day.
Isn't that so interesting how it happens like that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And actually, as we were growing up, we were the complete opposite. So it was like she was the diva, and I was just kind of, I don't know, like this dorky tomboy. And now we kind of flip roles where I'm the diva now, and she's so low key and laid back. So, yeah.
I love it. It's like a yin and yang, a balance.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Thanks for having me. Thank y'all so much.
No, thank
I just wanted to say,
you.
y'all platform is so inspiring. The times that I do get to check it out and catch all the people who come on, it's mind blowing. Like there was the one who had the book. I think her name is Jasmine Clemente. She had that book, and I was just listening to her story. She was talking about music, being in that whole EDM crowd, and I can identify with that. Like music, depending on the style of music too, is like how the crowds kind of behave. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, I love what. Thank you. It's an honor to have you here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So take us way back. Like, when did you discover your passion for music?
Very, very young. Very, very young. I want to say like 4 years old. I distinctively remember I had like this little radio, and my well, quick story is that my family is from Panama, so
From
we
Panama?
had yeah, so
Okay.
we had this little radio growing up, and we would listen to like 2 stations, just B101 and then just like some other Latin station. So I just like remember hearing 2 artists. I should say three. Janet Jackson, Selena, and Celine Dion, and that was it for me. Those 3 artists, I just was like, my life is I'm going to be doing music for the rest of my life. So yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So was at that point that you knew you'd be a performer?
No. I knew I wanted to be a performer, honestly, about 5 years ago. 5 years ago. So prior to that, I was more behind the scenes, like writing music and doing crew, like being around the production of it before deciding, like, I actually want to be a complete artist, you know? I did try out for American Idol like way back when, and definitely got rejected. I walked in, I remember it so vividly. I walked in, there was Randy and Paula. Simon wasn't there, and I definitely got that, oh, it's a no for me, dog. He gave me that. And at the time too, I was a rapper. I was a rapper growing up, not always a singer. So I walked in trying to rap my music, and he's like, nah, that's a no. Because I had recorded music too when I was in like 5th grade. I had a whole like demo CD. I thought I was just it. And so I took that into the audition, and I was trying to pop it into, play it. And Randy's like, no, you have to do this a cappella. And I'm like, but it's a rap song, so I need the beat. So yeah, I performed, and he's like, yeah, that's enough. So didn't always want to be a performer.
How did you walk away from the no?
It was I was prepared because I saw it on TV before. I was prepared, and in my mind, even though I was so young, I realized I was unprepared for the audition. So it was rightfully so. He gave me a no. So you never want to hear no. So it was like, damn, this sucks. But me being so reflective at that age, I'm like, he's right. Like, I came to this audition trying to do a audition and think I can have a beat. And I watched the auditions all the time, and it's all a cappella. So I just wasn't prepared. And that was like a moment I'll never forget, because since then I just pride myself on always just practicing no matter what, whether I have a show coming up or not. And it's just, stay prepared so you never have to get ready. Stay ready so you never have to get ready is the motto in my head all the time.
I love that.
That's good. That's really good.
Stay ready so you never have to get ready.
Mm-hmm.
So where did the transition go from being a rapper to now being a pop singer?
It I want to say in college. It's kind of it's associated with how I grew more into the woman that I wanted to be. So like, growing up, I was definitely more tomboyish, and I'm still that. Like I will, baseball hat and just be very casual. But I want to say the more I became the woman that I wanted to be, the style of music changed. And it, just got more soft and sensual. And I always knew like I loved Janet Jackson. I love the style of music that she makes because it's very much like, I say this all the time. It's like she's always singing about some very adult themes, but she says it in such a classy way and very imaginative. So she's like my number one inspiration. So the more I became the woman that I wanted to be, and I just continued to listen to Janet and watch her perform and all that, I'm like, I want to be a singer. So definitely made that transition somewhere in college at some point.
What in your journey of coming into your art in this present moment, what was a challenge that you learned the most from?
A challenge I learned the most from? You mean like a specific instance?
It could be an instance, or maybe it was a various events collectively that you could look back on and be like, I just learned the most from that particular challenge.
Yeah. Actually, it's this latest project, this latest Don't Stop song. And the reason being is I had to learn for myself, people are going to be critical regardless, right? They're going to feel how they feel because they live vicariously through you. And sometimes they see in you what they couldn't be brave enough to see in themselves. So before this project was a challenge for me and a struggle to like want to make everybody happy, or like see comments and feel like, oh, I'm having this big impact on people who are like, for example, oh, you're always nude, or you're never having any clothes on. And just, it was such a struggle prior to this project to accept myself and how I'm portraying myself to the audience out there. But with this Don't Stop project, I really had to realize, with the help of my friends, like, people are going to feel how they feel regardless. And it's nothing personal to me. It's just where they're at in life. So, and accepting that, I feel free to be the artist and create the way that I want to. And just accept that you like it or you don't like it. Follow or don't follow, kind of thing. But I'm still going to shine in the light that, to me, God has given me in the path that he wants me to be on. So.
Yeah, I can imagine it being very difficult to, like you mentioned, Janet Jackson and the way she did her music, and even Janet Jackson being Janet Jackson, she was criticized,
right.
you know. Mm-hmm. So being a female and talking about some of those mature themes can always, is 9 times out of 10 identified as like a negative thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it always has some sort of negative connotation, but yet, I mean, that's like a societal thing.
Yep.
Which is very, very unfortunate. But I think it's amazing that you came to that realization and you're just staying true to yourself, because there's billions of people in this world, you know. Just because this group over here doesn't like it doesn't mean that group's not going to like it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Luckily for me, I have an amazing support system of friends and family who often remind me of that, because it's a lot as an artist, to, especially an independent artist, right? I want to say we take every follower very critically, and we're like trying to build a solid base. And it's like, I always compare it to the Sims game, if you ever played that, and you got to make sure you're like, keeping your levels up with every follower. And I really do try to be personal with everybody, but I can't please everyone at the same time and still stay true to the kind of music and the style that I like to present. So, yeah.
That is a good analogy of social media.
Yes.
Same things. And like, you know, when you don't play Sims for a while, you go back and everybody's dying, and you're like, oh
Yes.
my God, that is such a perfect analogy,
Yes.
because there be times like I want to step away from social media because it can be draining. It can be like
Yep.
you 15 minutes go by and you're like, what the hell?
Yep.
But then when you step away, there, you know, there's all of these factors. There's the algorithm, there's engagement. You want to be present. And like you said, you want to be personal with everybody. And how is that possible if the goal is to grow your audience? Like, you can't be
Right.
personal with 1,000 people, let alone 1,000,000 people, right? Like,
Correct. Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that is the most perfect
Yeah.
analogy of social media. It's Sims.
That's
Yeah.
definitely what I feel every single day, and I'm experiencing it at this level of, you know, to me, I love my fan base because it's small but it's genuine, and you know, I for the most part know everyone that I'm following, and I try to, or that follows me, and I try to respond back to them. But I had like one distinct person, a part of this Don't Stop project, say to me, um, you're I'm not a fan of your Don't Stop work that you're doing right now for the music video. You're always naked and it cheapens you. Like, you're never going to grow as an artist if you keep doing that. And I'm like, damn, what to make of this comment? But you know, I had friends who were like, look, people are going to feel how they feel regardless. So knowing that it's like a Sims game, you just realize like, all right, well, I don't have to put forth so much energy in that friend or that follower anymore. Just worry about the other ones who are helping me to grow, not trying to stop the progress in a way.
Right, right, right. That resonates so much with I think it was our second guest with Janet. So she's a model.
Okay.
Um, she released a book this year, which was very much out of her normal, right? And it was
Yeah.
very revealing.
Yeah.
And she went through similar struggles of like
Hesitating
to share herself in the way she wanted it to be in this artistic form, while people are criticizing of it's too much skin, or too um risque, you know,
Yeah.
like and there's just something so empowering when you can just say like fuck it,
Yes. Yes.
you know, like
Yeah. You have to set that boundary, because again, I believe that people feel how they feel based on where they are in life, and then they
Yeah.
try to project that on you. And us as like smaller audiences, we're like easily accessible, right? So how they feel, let's say, about Cardi B, you can't get to Cardi B, so your opinion on her page means nothing. But an artist like me, where I'm growing, I'm trying to grow, you feel like I'm accessible for you to have an opinion. You
Yeah.
can't, because how you feel is how you feel based on where you are in life. I'm not there. I'm happy with myself. I'm very happy. I love myself. I'm very content with who I am, and I want to, like, they're missing the message at that point. You're missing it because you're seeing make it. That's what you're perceiving. What I'm trying to show you is freedom. It's freedom and an ability to love yourself and be confident in yourself, to put forth that happiness on social media. And that's
mhm,
it.
mhm, mhm.
But like you said, it's a lot of the same internal struggles that those individuals are going through, because that same it so like it's amplified as an artist because this is being displayed for others to see, but people are still going through those internal struggles behind closed doors. There's a
Correct.
lot of
Yes.
people who are certain ways, and then they hesitate to be those ways because they're like, well, what if people find out, or what does this make me because I like this, or I'm into that, or I'm
Mm-hmm.
viewing things this way. Like, what does that define me as? And there's a lot of questioning in that. So to be able to accept that and love that in yourself,
Yeah.
and put that on display for others. And because I mean, you're an artist, your
Right.
art is within your
Right.
music, it's within your videos, and you want to display you, right? You don't want to be
Right.
phony. You want to display you.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's definitely a powerful thing.
Yeah. And I also have those same friends who will keep me in check and will keep me humble and say, Meeks, like, you doing too much. At this point, you know, I have my twin who's right in my corner, like, that's a little bit too much, in my opinion. But, you know, there's always, you take the opinions of those close to you and you find a balance between what you feel comfortable with, and respecting those who care about you, respecting what they feel as well. So
Yeah,
just finding a balance.
Tell us the inspiration behind the new project.
All right, so I always say that my music is, I live so vicariously through it. So I'm like, if someone wants to date me, just go listen to a song and you'll have the roadmap to doing that. But the inspiration behind it was dating someone who just didn't work out. But even for it not working out, I've got so much out of the experience. Like, I never think that dating experiences are a waste of time, because I learn and grow no matter what, whether it ended bad or it ended great. So particularly for this person, it just was not it. But we connected on such a different level that all these things just, I didn't necessarily want to end, but for my own growth, I had to accept that it wasn't meant to be, wasn't working out. So whereas someone would have like a breakup, then they go eat ice cream and all this stuff, I sit there and I just start writing and I let it pour. And it's like, if I had a chance to say to this person, here's where I'm thinking and all of my feelings, I put it into a song.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Is this your favorite project, or do you have another one that's like your favorite baby?
It is my favorite project. Yeah, it definitely is my favorite project because of all of the experiences in creating the music video. Like, it was my first time on a horse, and that was a whole different experience. First time on a horse, and then being nude at the same time, and just every piece to it, like the choreography. I worked with an amazing choreographer, Simplicity Dance Co. here in Philly. Like, Philly has so many hidden gems. And I worked with Mary, that's the choreographer, and she brought out so much sexiness in myself that I'm like, oh man, I am this sexy ass Black woman. Like, look at this booty. Like, so I got so much out of this project that for 2021, I mean, I probably will lose followers because I'm not putting more clothes on them. They're just coming, more of them are coming up, okay? Because I'm just trying to embrace all of it. Just, I want to, like, be a lingerie model and things like that. Just all of this sexiness that I felt in creating this entire project, from the song, the music video, the choreography, all of it. So it's definitely my favorite.
What is it about discovering your sexiness that it just feels so empowering? Like, what do you think it is?
Yeah, that's a great question. Honestly, it's because, which I don't talk about a lot, but growing up, that just some sexual abuse there. And I maybe should say it more to my audience, because what they're seeing is like the end of that journey for me. But I was so broken from it along the way that I didn't feel beautiful. There were a huge part of my life where I didn't feel beautiful at all. Like, I felt so ugly because of that abuse, and just not feeling worthy of love from someone else, that I had no sexiness to me. So, and there are simple things, like from the clothes that I would wear to the way that I would interact with men. It's just, I didn't want to be loved. I didn't want to be touched. I didn't want to be seen because of all that. So it took me so long to get to this point of feeling sexy and confident about my body, clothes on or clothes off. So that's why it's so important to me to embrace and then just record this moment in time where I'm just feeling so damn sexy. Like, you can't tell me anything. And I'm single too. So I'm just like feeling single and sexy. Single and sexy. I want to put it on a shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes. Single and sexy. You might have to order her a mug or something.
single and sexy mug.
Yeah, they're turning me into a demon, let me say, because I'm just getting, it's a great experience. Like, I'm getting so many crazy DMs.
I want you to, so the picture that you did with the roses.
Yes.
I can't describe the vibes of the picture, but it was so um freeing and
Yes.
so beautiful and so like somehow like when I looked at I just felt your energy from the moment. Like when you were
Yeah.
taking the picture, I
Yep.
felt it. I
Yeah.
felt and not to say demon in a negative sense, but like to say to everyone in your past of like who tried to either hold you back or speak negatively or didn't believe in you,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're arriving fully in who you are, and I'm about to slay everything that
Yes.
anyone who ever thought doubted you. I just feel it like I'm stepping into my
Yes.
full self,
Oh my
and like
goodness.
I'm in
Yeah.
control, not anyone's opinion, not anyone whatever. Like I'm here and I have finally arrived in my full self. Like that's the feeling I've been getting as we've been watching you. And then I saw you share one time about doing some pole dancing.
Yes.
Your
Oh,
art.
yeah,
Is that gonna be
you never should have did that,
no?
because this
Yeah.
one,
Yes.
So is
Come
that
through.
gonna be in
Yes.
the video? Is it in
Say it
the
again.
video?
Yes. Yes. So the next song is called "Kiss on Mine," and it's a pop song. So my whole thing is like, how do I be so just different, and it's a pop song, so you're going to expect like a pop video, but no, how do I put a twist on it that puts some sexuality into the pop song? It's like a song that you would hear in Forever 21 or the arcade. So me
Okay.
and Mary, the same choreographer, I'm like, Mary, I want to get some pole dancing in this video, help me out. So she's like, all right, next time we'll come through, we'll figure out how to, because the tempo of the song too, just think of your average pop song and it's like, how do we get pole dancing onto this? So that's where we're headed, is pole dancing in the next video. Absolutely. So if you
Wow.
want to come and be a backup pole dancer, you let me know.
What?
You let me know.
You don't even know what you just did right now. Well, I was supposed to take classes in like December with my best friend, and then COVID and the
Yeah.
studio shut down, and then like it's just kind of like on pause. But I had got like a pre-class, like just someone we knew gave
Yeah.
me like a class for like an hour just off the whim. It wasn't even expected, and I fell in love
Yes.
with this art form. And I know that it's sexualized, and there's a negative
Yes,
view of
absolutely.
because of how it's been sexualized, but it really is an art form, and there really is like strength of you
Mm-hmm.
being able to do this, and I absolutely fell in love with it.
I love it. I loved it from the moment I met her, which was sometime last year. And I had a class with her, and I've been working with her ever since, because the pole dancing for me, it actually opens out my performance on stage. Right? Like, so
Mm.
without a pole, but it opens up just all of it, the sexuality, the movements on stage. So I've been working with her ever since. But the thing about pole dancing, like you said, it gets such a negative vibe and energy to it. But first of all, it takes so much core and arm strength. So it's like those people who are judging, well, you get on this pole and let me see what you can do. That's number
Right.
one, you know. And then like number two is that there's a difference, I want to say, in pole dancing and stripping. Pole dancing and stripping. Those are two different. And I'm not knocking stripping. Like, honestly, I would do stripping if I didn't have a job. But it's there's a difference between those two things. And but people are so judgmental that they don't even know what they're talking about. Like you
yeah,
said, pole
once they hear
dancing
pole
is an
dancing, they
art.
think either.
Say it again.
So once they hear pole dancing, they think automatically about, oh,
Stripping.
you're fishing now. Yeah.
Stripping.
Right.
No, it's they're two different things for sure. Sometimes you'll see that pole dancers don't even, sorry, strippers don't even do much on a pole, but just kind of, look cute around it. But pole dancing, you are climbing that pole, it's acrobatic and it's a lot of strength to it, and I mean, it's phenomenal. So I would totally encourage you to um, embrace that and experience it, because it's so freeing. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm trying
Yeah,
to
I
learn
was
some moves from my future husband too. So it's like a two for one. Yeah, kind of
like,
bust it wide open,
I need
you know?
you to pull in the house. Like,
Yes. Trying to just bust it wide open, for my husband one day. So we'll see. We will see.
yes, yes, ma'am. I love it. I love it. Um,
So you've been doing this type of music for how long, you said?
Uh, I've been doing the as an artist for about 5 years, I want to say. But prior to, I've been doing music forever.
So you
Just
had
helping producers.
performances prior to like the pandemic and everything like that, like live performances, right?
Yeah, I was doing a few live performances during the pandemic. It was such a change as an artist to go from, like, for me, what I try to do was a performance every week at an open mic or something, just to stay up and just stay, in motion with that. But it was such a change in 2021, and it's different. It's different doing a virtual. There's like technical difficulties all the time, and it's lagged when you perform. But if you love it enough, you just make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was the first time, like your first live performance? Like, how did that feel for you, right? Like you mentioned in the conversation of the dancing and everything of how that makes you stronger for your
Yeah.
actual live performances.
Yeah.
So compare like a live performance since day one to like where you would be at now.
Okay, I see. Wow. Well, number one would be the confidence. The confidence. Performing like day one as I started, I didn't know what I wanted my sound and image, my sound and my image to be. Number one, and from day one, I want to say I was so focused on honestly what like my family would think about me as I'm up there performing, and it just progressed to even letting go of like my family's hold on my mindset and everything. So I get to now in this present day where I just don't care. I'm doing what I feel confident up there to do, and it's just open. It's an open performance. It's sexy. It's true, genuine. So that's definitely the difference. Is the confidence, and I now know what kind of artist I want to look like. My image is so important to me.
That's awesome.
You talked about not knowing what your sound wanted to be, and I think a lot of independent artists don't take that into consideration, right? Some people just think, oh, I'm gonna rap or I'm gonna sing, and it's just that simple. I'm gonna find a beat, but like, what does it mean to have like your sound?
I think of it as I picture myself like on a radio. If if someone has never seen my face, if they can be able to say, that song, is that Meeks? That's Meeks, right? That's Meeks' song. My sound is so important to me, to be like this passionate, romantic, I'm always using the term sexy, song about love and romance. So when you hear a song there that's like, it's absolutely talking about sex, no doubt, but it's painted in a way that you can't even tell, or you think so much deeper beyond the sex part of it. So when you hear it, it's almost like a lullaby. That's what I want my sound to be, like a lullaby. Like you hear me at night when you're going to sleep at night, and then you do some things after you hear me because it's such a lullaby. It's so hot, Touch yourself. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Touch yourself. I'm so here for it. It's such a compliment. So touch yourself kind of music,
Love it.
Nice.
I love it.
Yes.
So much. So before we get into the special edition of you performing your song, you want to give the last question?
If you could give advice to anybody, if you could give one piece of advice to anybody watching, anybody that will watch, as to how you kill the day every day, what would it be?
How I kill the day every day is I have a mantra. I am right where I'm supposed to be, when I'm supposed to be. And that is to say, your journey is your journey, and it's going to be a process. So don't rush it. So every day when you feel like, dang, I want to be in the millions. I want to have 1 million streams, and I want to be this and that. There's a reason why you're still where you are, because you have so much more growing to do, so much more learning to do, and you're being saved from yourself. You don't want to be catapulted in the world and you're not ready, whether it's not knowing your sound yet, knowing your brand, any of that stuff. So you are right where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be, and just accept and embrace that. And try every day to understand why you're still in that place. Take that lesson, keep building on it each day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Love it.
I know, right? Snap, snap, snap. Yeah, man. All things through the Lord. That's my personal belief, is all things through that man above, and it's the reason that I'm here, here with y'all tonight. And I'm gonna look back on this and say that was exactly why. And then I know I'm gonna grow from tonight. So you are where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be it.
Yeah, for sure. Like we were just talking this weekend about where we are in our life right now, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you see all the dots connect as you go through
Absolutely.
the year. Like, if this would have never happened, then this would have never happened, and then this, and meeting this person at this time because of it. Like, it's so crazy, and hindsight really is 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in the midst of challenges, I definitely encourage people to just know there's a bigger picture.
Absolutely. I forgot how I came across y'all page, but the point when I did, it was meant to be, because I was able to see what y'all are doing on your platform and take in every single, again, as much as I can, every single person you bring on. Like, my ears are open to it, whereas I feel like maybe 3 years ago it wouldn't have been that way. So everything is so connected and at the moments where it's supposed to be connected.
Yeah, I think actually Pat tagged you to the video that I think we did with him. I think it was our first video.
Yeah, yes, Pat, who's amazing. He just reminds me of like the young Black Steve Harvey, the way he puts so many different people on, and his energy and his personality. So yes, that's absolutely how I stumbled across y'all, was Pat. Yeah, he's awesome, definitely.
Yeah.
How did you come across Pat?
How did I maybe at a show, and then he has his own social. He's like, why don't y'all come on? Because at the time I was a part of a music duo, Molly and Meeks. So that's like, I've been stepping more into the solo journey for myself, but I was doing Molly and Meeks. We were music duos. It's kind of the same thing, doing pop music, but I've been stepping lately into doing more solo stuff.
Yeah, I know he's been trying. Last time I talked to him, he's been trying to focus more on the music aspect, and I know he's been bringing more artists and stuff onto his platform and kind of like breaking the music, and I think it's been dope.
And seeing his show grow and all the different kinds of people he's brought on, it's just so amazing. And social, there's good and bad to everything, and everything could be what you make it. So social media is just it's a beautiful thing, but it's kind of like a gift and curse, and you got to be careful not to make it not control you, but like consume you, I guess would be the word.
Yeah, I think that definitely, as we talked about earlier, if you kind of know yourself and can arrive at that confident point with yourself, you can keep social media in check. But you got to check social media sometimes, but with when you have low self-esteem and all that stuff, it's very easy to get picked on, I want to say, by social media. So.
So without further ado, tell us which song you're going to perform today.
I'm going to do the Don't Stop song.
Yeah.
We just released it, so yes. I know you're not happy when you're seeing somebody else in the days we don't see. But it never feels right holding somebody else in a place where you should be. Ooh, so don't stop making love to me. Don't stop making love to me. Making love to me. Don't stop making love to me. It's something about the way you leave me in. But being so so good. Got your head on my chest right before you go down on me. Remember when you teased that tip in my kitty, baby? And let me feel how you need me, baby. Go you on your knees in the shower. Ooh, your love so deep, I shake, run away, body ain't want it all again. I miss you so much, another touch can't quite hold me. Seeing somebody else on the days we don't see. But it never feels right holding somebody else in a place where you should be. Ooh, so don't stop making love to me. Don't stop making love to me. Making love to me. Don't stop making love to me. I hate if I have to think about you with anybody, but I just hope that you're happy with somebody. 'Cause I got my head on your chest and I wanna go down on you. Remember when I wrote that nip on your sweet lips, baby? Said how much I need you, baby. Touched on it, love a little foreplay. Kiss all over your body like it's mine. Sometimes I can't believe you're mine. I miss you so much, another touch can't quite hold me. This one's for all the lovers, you know? Somebody you just missed and you want to hold them close. The song is it. Taking me higher, taking me higher. When your sex is on fire, when your sex is on fire. And I feel like you come down, let it all go down where you go down. Tell me that it's good for you, baby. Stop making love to me. Stop making love to me. Making love to me. Stop making love to me.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank
Really
y'all
nice.
so much. I appreciate this opportunity.
Oh my.
Definitely was feeling them Janet Jackson vibes for
Yes.
sure.
You know,
Definitely was feeling.
Fun fact before I go is that I had to create a clean version of this song, I guess, where I guess for me, I'm hearing the music that's out there and I'm like, this song is kind of PG compared to everything else that's out there. But apparently it's explicit. I guess because we're talking about cum and nips and, you know. I'm like, it's what y'all doing. So why is it explicit? It's just the truth.
Right. Let's.
Yeah.
I felt as I was listening to it, I just felt like the one sound that's like a bell almost.
In the
I
beginning.
felt, it's through the song. It's throughout the song, and so
Okay.
it reminds me of like a submarine.
Okay.
And so I was just like envisioning like the love is like the ocean, and then the submarine, which is the two
I know
people,
what you were
are
saying.
going deeper, deeper into love. Like they're going deeper, deeper into the love. And I just envision the
Yeah.
ocean being love.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I really like that. I
That
want to
was
put
I
that on
know
like
what
my
you
next post. When I post the lyrics, what I'm saying, this is a submarine going deeper and deeper because that's it. It's
love
the song is
submarine.
like,
A sexy love submarine with the red light special.
yeah, yes, yeah, definitely the real life special on this. But yeah, it's like you say, it's just deeper. It's deeper levels than the words. The song is not explicit. It's just deeper than those words. So much
Yeah.
deeper. So you're going on that submarine deeper, deeper, deeper.
Yes, yes. I loved it so much.
Thank y'all
I
so
can't
much.
wait for you to do live performance.
Say it again.
I can't wait for you to do live performance of
Oh
that
yeah,
song.
me too. Me too. It's so much more flexibility and just the stage and so much things. Like I'm just like picturing, I want to control the lights as I'm performing and just have someone come up stage and I sing to them while they're on stage, and these central movements and the stuff that I did in the music video I want to do on stage. So yeah, I'm ready for that too.
Yes, yes, I love it.
There's a performance where like Janet Jackson, she put a man on a conveyor belt. I mean, like a wheel, and she's strapped into it. And then you've ever seen this performance from her? She's strapped into it. She got it there. I would recommend listen to her "Would You Mind" song. The
Would You Mind? Yeah, Would You Mind is that jam.
Okay. Okay. So that's where a lot of that inspiration came from. But I saw that, first of all, I heard that song when I was like 8 years old, and it changed my life. I never knew what she was talking about until this present day. And I'm like, wow. I just remember how it sounded, so soft and just, it was sensual. And, you know, yeah. So she strapped into a wheel, and then she got up there and she was just dancing, and it was like changed my life. I said, that's the direction I'm headed in. So,
he was like screaming. Like,
what?
Yeah.
She took his life source.
Yeah, and like you could see, it's crazy. You could see him. He had a heart on. It was intense. It was intense, and I want to be that kind of artist. You know, giving people experiences when they come to my show. Yes. Yeah.
So, what can people expect for the rest of 2021 from you?
2021, the music video for "Don't Stop." And then the next song will be the "Kiss on Mine" one that you're coming to be a backup dancer for.
Yeah,
backup dancer. Yeah. And then I'm trying to get my first EP out called Crushes. And Crushes. The reason for the name is when you're with, so the songs will be like so different, and because you experience a person differently, like new people that you meet, and some of them bring out so many different sides to you. So this crush may make you feel more adventurous. This one makes you feel more boring, or like this crush you only want to hang out with, but this one you want to make love to. So it's just gonna run the gamut. So Crushes.
I love it. And you're an independent artist?
I am, yes.
Get it, girl.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Well, we will definitely be staying tuned.
Yes, I mean, I'm about to be in the music video. So
she's going to be in the next video. She said she's going to be a dancer. So
I know that. I'm going to have my dollars ready.
Listen, you're welcome, okay? Because when you get all these new moves, that was a Meeks experience. When she learned all these new moves. There you go. Yeah, yes. I'm here for it.
Man, you just made it. You're all late.
We were talking about you. Yes, we were definitely talking about you. Now you got to watch the replay. And you missed the performance.
That's funny.
But thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So we have your IG here. Is there any other way that you would prefer people to reach out to you, contact you? How would you like to be reached?
They have the IG, so if they go to the IG, there's a link in my bio which connects all my stuff. So my email, my Facebook, all of the videos, the singles that are out, everything. So
awesome talk.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Thank
you. It has been.
I'm so appreciative of y'all. I feel honored. This platform is so much fun. So I thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And remember,
kill the day every day.
Thank
y'all.
You too.